be honest with me. In high school, did you really think at that time that you were the #2 best player in your class?
Well, I always had the confidence in myself that I was the best player. But if you had to ask me when no colleges contacted me, I would have probably told you that I don't even think I could have played D1 because of no colleges contacting me. So it was times where I questioned myself and doubted myself. Was I good enough? And my parents told me to just keep going, and it all paid off.
Stepfather hit my mama so hard in the face, I called her. And I looked at him with this rage and this pain in my eyes. Like one day, and I took this deck of cards. And I couldn't live in the house, so I had to live in the garage. I ran to my garage and I grabbed this deck of cards and I flipped a 7 and I started doing 7 push-ups. I flipped a 6, I did 6. I flipped a 9, I did 9. I flipped a 2, I did 2. I flipped another 9, I did 9. Until I got all the way through the deck, until I got sick and tired of what pain felt like in my gut. It didn't even matter to me no more because I started shuffling them all over again, and that's when I started doing my sit-ups. Because I wanted to make sure sports wasn't the reason why I started training. It was to make sure a man never put his hands on my mama again.
I found ways to sneak in here, and usually in lockout days, the coaches are not here either. So if there's no coach over here, I'll probably work out at my house. I have a weight room over there. I'll find ways to get my work in because I try to always get better. I don't like. I get the philosophy, and the coach wants us to rest and take care of our bodies, but I approach the game a little bit differently. I want to get better every day.
I don't care if you was a McDonald's All-American or a tradition. We all bleed the same.
Facts.
And we all got to tie our shoes up the same. Unless you wear Velcro, then you just slide your shoes and pull the strap over. But other than that, man, we gon' go at it. You don't scare me none. I don't care how big your name is, what your contract is. At the end of the day, you gonna have to. Man, that motherfucker was playing out there today.
To all the young kids out there that's not the biggest, not the strongest, just keep pushing. Cause I'm not the biggest. I've been doubted a lot just because of my size. And really, it just comes down to you put your mind to it, you can do it. No job is too big. If you put your mind to it, you can do it, and just keep believing in God, and you'll get where you want to be.
Do this to be able to make sure my parents have everything that they want and everything that they need to do whatever they want to do and to enjoy life. And that's the biggest joy for me in this position, to be able to give people and help people, and especially help my family to have anything they want.
The lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. The lion is not the largest animal in the jungle. The lion is not the smartest nor the most intelligent animal in the jungle. And yet when the lion shows up, he is king. He is king. You don't need to be intelligent. You don't need to be smart. You don't need to have a certain height. You don't need to have a certain weight. You don't need to have any kind of advantage, and yet you can be a leader. I was not the biggest, the strongest, or fastest, but my goals were clear. My actions were and still are in service of those goals. I was a leader on the field then. I'm a leader in my community now, to inspire the leaders in this next generation to fight for love, not money, not fame, not success, not how many followers I got, but to fight for love.
Any way you can be great at doing what you love to do, you got to commit to it. You can't want something but not put in the work. You know, and it doesn't matter what you're doing in life, no matter what it is. It could be a professional athlete, or it could be an artist, it could be a doctor, it could be anything in the world, a president of the United States. But you got to put the work in. And I think if you put the work in, the results will happen organically.
You got dreams to get into the league, you got to play me. You got to guard me. And guess what? Can't none of y'all guard me. Ain't none of y'all taking my job. I'm chilling. I can retire today and live on the beach for the rest of my life. And my mom and dad not work another day. Or my brothers. That's the type of good y'all want to be. That's what y'all want. Everything is grimy and gutter where we from, bro. So everything is going to be that much harder for us. But guess what? When you got a gift and a talent like that, You gotta take advantage of it. You gotta perfect it. You gotta work on your shit. Because guess what? God will take that. If you ain't using it the right way, if you ain't using your bounce, you ain't using your shot, you ain't perfecting it, them gifts are gone.
Always push myself and work extremely hard so that I could be the best. I have this competitive instinct in me, and that's what drives me. That's why when I get into drama with my brother, or like we're close in subscribers, like you guys are seeing like the mild version of my competitiveness. I will always run faster if there's someone running next to me. That's just how I am. That's how I function. And I know that's what makes me tick. So I like to make myself uncomfortable. I like to surround myself with people that are gonna challenge me and push me and compete with me. That's how you grow. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And if you lose, if you fail, fine. In fact, please, let me fail. Let me lose. If you can take a hit in the face and get back up and learn from it, that is a win. Consider that a win, because you are now better and stronger than you were in the past.
Kind of one hand, the times where you said to yourself, I really don't feel like doing it today, whether it's in the summer or...
Yeah. I've had a lot of those times. And then probably like 2 or 3 minutes later, I was like, get your ass up, let's get to work. That's just how I am. I mean, we all feel that way. We're just like, I just ain't got it today. But, you know, as soon as I feel that, I always feel like it was somebody else that was like, well, I got it today, because he may not be getting up. I don't like that feeling.
My competitive edge, that shit comes from the fact that nothing was given to me, man.
Yeah.
Nothing. I had to go to junior college. I had nowhere else to go.
Right.
Like, and then when I got to Marquette, they was like, yo, this motherfucker ain't gonna make it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna show you. That's where it come from. Like, I wasn't that good, so I know what the work can get you.
Without a strong mindset, faith is not real. You know, who you are is not real. Things that you believe in won't be real without a strong mindset. So believe in yourself. Like I said, speak it, believe it, receive it. It shall be yours. We all have greatness, but greatness is only determined by service. So apply your service to the world, and you shall be great in whatever your occupation is that you are seeking. Never give up. Never let anyone dictate or say what you can and can't do. It's all up to you. This is a magical place that we live in. Our words are very powerful. Our mindset, the way we think, is very powerful. And it will attract. Whatever you speak, whatever you think, will come to you. It's like a magnet. It's called the law of attraction.
I like going to parties and stuff like that. I party when I got money, when I make it. Like, I don't need to go to no parties and stuff. Like, I told someone the other day, I'm not going to prom. I'm going to the gym. What's prom going to do for me? We can go and have the biggest, best party on the yacht when we got money. But that ain't nothing. Like, I know people like live life, this and that. But it's like, I'm going to live my life like when I make it. Everything right now is just like, I haven't done nothing.
For me, it was just common sense. Like, I can if I start earlier, I can train more hours, and I know the other guys aren't doing it because I know what their training schedule is. Right? So I know if I do this consistently over time, the gap's just going to widen and widen and widen and widen and widen, and they won't be able to get that back. So to me, it was just common sense and like thinking, how can I get an advantage? Oh, start earlier. Yeah, let's do that.
College was just working out, honestly. Yeah. Like, I didn't go to no parties, no frats, no nothing. We went out 2 times. That was it. Because I was just on a mission. You know, people, didn't believe in, the hype and stuff. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of late nights with Demo. Just focused on the goal. When you want to get something and you got the tools to get there, and your mind is with your body, then you can do anything.
But a part of that is having the will to succeed. Knowing that you put the work in and have the confidence to let it show. What I tell people is just be the best version of yourself in anything that you do. You don't have to live anybody else's story. Sometimes people make it seem like you have to have certain prerequisites or a crazy life story in order to be successful in this world. But the truth is you really don't. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, what you lack, what you have too much of, but all you need to have is faith in God, an undying passion for what you do or what you choose to do in this life, and a relentless drive and the will to do whatever it takes to be successful and whatever you put your mind to.
24 hours in a day. 8 hours you sleep, right? And most people work a 9 to 5. So 8 hours you're working.
16 hours.
Okay, so we had 16 hours. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we'll be at that's 19. It take you an hour to get ready. So we had 20 hours. So you guys cannot spend 4 hours going talking about, oh, they lying. Oh, I like this photo. Oh, they faking. Sending photos to other people. Y'all got to get focused. I'm where I'm at because I'm focused. Tunnel vision. I'm focused on what I got to do. Y'all got to have a game plan.
Gotta get focused.
I think that I have the habits of working hard. I always been taught that to reach a goal that in life that you want, you have to work hard to get to it. And so far, I just, have that in mind.
A lot of people say I couldn't do it, which is more energy for me to try to do it. It just drives me. When people say I can't do anything, that means I'm gonna certainly try to achieve it even harder.
To become great, you have to follow greatness. But to become it's like to become a great leader, you have to be a great follower. And to be successful, you gotta want to follow success.
And for me, I can't worry about what everybody say about me. From the inner city, I'm not even supposed to be here. That's enough. Every night I walk into the locker room, I see a number 6 with James on the back. I'm blessed. So what everybody say about me off the court don't matter.
I wasn't a highly touted middle school player, high school player, or college player. I had to do my work behind the scenes, like you did. I had to earn my way. And I didn't know that I was going to ever get the credit for it or ever get the results for it. So I know what it's like to be unknown and to, not have the lights on you and to want to be seen and want a scholarship to a big school and things like that. I was behind the scenes doing the work. So I don't forget those steps that it took for me to get here. So, even though I got a family and I got all these commercials and, these endorsements, I don't forget the thing that makes all of those things possible, which is the work.
I believe that if you have a good game, your game is going to say that. You don't have to say it. So let your game be your promotion, your marketing tool. And that was our whole era. Our game gave the labels of what our basketball skills were. And then the marketing came around that. Now it's changed. So I'm trying to revert back to where your game do all your talking instead of what we may say and what someone else may say about your game.
I feel like I show people what I want to show them. Like, I'm not the type of person to brag about how hard I work for this and that. Like, you can see it. I don't gotta say it, you can see it. You feel me? But it's because I feel like people gonna throw bullets and stuff like that because they see what they only see what I want to show them. If you in my circle and you really know me, then you know how I am, like, as a person. But I'm not really big on, like, bragging about it. Like, I'm a good person and, like, I work so hard. Like, you can see that in my game.
For the game, you dap somebody up and you look across at whether it's Russ, PG, Vaughn, and they hit you with the, let's go.
It's on. You already know it.
That's why I play the game. Like, I don't play it for no other reason.